Hi theconnleyclan fam. If you can see, I have groceries behind me and it is that time. It is the end of our month grocery haul time, and what I am really curious to know is how I'm doing here in Texas compared to how I usually do in Omaha. Now, we've been shopping at HEB here in Texas, and normally in Omaha I shop at Aldi, but I think HEB actually has some better prices than Aldi, and I can't believe it. So let's check it out and see if I'm right. Week number 3 here in Texas, and we shopped again at HEB. So I'm going to start over here. We're starting with dinners again, and we have first stuff for spaghetti. So I've got 3 jars of the spaghetti sauce. We like the tomato, onion, and garlic. I've got only 1 package of the spaghetti noodles because I have a bunch of spaghetti noodles in the cupboard already. So I didn't need a whole lot more of those. Also, we are going to have bean dip. So I've got the enchilada sauce, and I've got 2 cans of refried beans. I've got some taco seasoning. I ended up getting 3 packages of the taco seasoning. You have to have chips to go with bean dip, and so I've got 2 bags of the tortilla chips. Now, we also are going to make Mexican pizzas, and I have 2 cans of refried beans still and 1 can of the enchilada sauce in the pantry from last time. So I'm going to use at least 1 of these taco seasonings here and a pound of the ground hamburger. Last time I made 2 pounds and we only used about a pound of it. So that helped me save a little bit of money because you mix that with the beans. And so you guys have been telling me that it stretches it farther, and you are right, it does. So I also have the tortillas here. So I got 3 bags of the tortillas. Those are like the taquito ones, so they're a little bit smaller, but those make the Mexican pizzas. So we are also having the Mexican pizzas, so that's number 3. Then here I've got 2 bags of 5 pounds of potatoes, so 10 pounds of potatoes there. And I was going to make ham and potatoes. The kids seem to love that. And I make these kind of like Southwest style in the oven. And ooh, they are their favorite potatoes. So I was going to do that, but when I got my order, it said that it was all out of their ham. So I'm going to have to run into Refugio and get some ham to go with that meal. But that's okay. So then we are also going to have our famous homemade pizza. So we love making homemade pizza, and so we have most of the stuff to make the dough. But I've got a big bag here of the mozzarella cheese, and I've got 3 bags of the pepperoni slices. That will be to make, we're gonna, I think, make 3 pizzas, but one of the pizzas is gonna be like a supreme or a combo pizza. Sean, I, and Emma all like that kind. So I've got some olives here, and I've got some green pepper. And also, if we have any leftover ham from some of our sandwiches, I'm going to use that too to go on there. I thought that sounded really good. So homemade pizza is another dinner. Then I've got just an easy peasy night because I am needing those lately. So I've got chicken nuggets, so chicken nuggets and French fries. I got 1 bag of steak fries. I've got 1 bag of crinkle cut fries, and then of course 2 bags of the chicken nuggets. Then I was going to make gumbo last time, and I didn't have everything, so I went ahead and got a bag of the chicken. I've got a bag of shrimp, which I already have one in the freezer, but I've got a second one so we can have extra shrimp in there. I've got 2 packages of the smoked sausage, and I believe the celery and the green pepper also go in there. And so I do have already, I bought last time the diced tomatoes, tomato paste, and I had everything else that needed to go in there. So I've got this stuff to go into the gumbo. Of course, I have our huge bag of cheddar cheese. That goes on all kinds of things. We'll use that for our Mexican pizza. We'll use that for our bean dip. We'll use that if anybody wants a little bit on their spaghetti. We always use cheese. I have 2 kids in the house that really do not like it at all, and the rest of us love cheese. Then that is our dinners for the week, except I am going to use a little bit of this chicken here, and I'm going to make the chicken and wild rice soup. I had everything I needed to make that, but I ran out of chicken. And this right here, I believe, is a 3-pound bag, and so I can use half of it for the chicken and wild rice soup, and I'll use half of it for the gumbo. So that works out. All right, lunches. So we are going to have meatball subs. I've got 16 hot dog buns, and I've got 2 bags of the meatballs. Now, these here again, it's so hard when you're shopping online at a store that you've never really shopped at, because these are much smaller than I thought they were going to be. I may need to get another bag of those. But these are for the meatball subs, and I thought I got another bag, like a smaller bag of the hot dog buns, but I don't see that anywhere. So we may have to get a couple more things for this meal. But then I got the grated Parmesan cheese. That will be just for the kids that want that on there. They can have their choice. And then I've got the crispy chicken strips. Now, this is a super easy lunch. I'm going to just make those, and we're going to put them on tortillas, and we're going to do chicken strip wraps. So I got 2 bags of the smaller tortillas again, and then they can put whatever they want. They can put cheese on there, they can put lettuce on there, or whatever they want to use on there. It will be their choice, which I really like doing that. It's so much easier. Then I've got the crescent rolls and the hot dogs, and those are to make pigs in a blanket. Another pretty easy lunch, but then if the kids don't want the crescent rolls around it, they could just have a regular hot dog plain, because some of them don't really like it in the crescent roll. Next, club sandwiches. So I was going to do this last week, and we didn't do it. I don't know how come. We ended up doing some other things instead. But I got another thing of the mesquite smoked ham and another package of the smoked turkey breast. I got another container here of the chipotle mayo. The kids really loved that. And I've got all kinds of cheese because I feel like we're always running out of cheese. So I got Colby Monterey Jack, 2 of those. I got another provolone. I still have a provolone in the fridge, so now I have 2 of those. And I've got 2 of the cheddar cheese slices, and those will be to go on like the club sandwiches. We could put them on with the chicken strip meal over here, and we could just use that for anything we need to use it for. Now, if you're from the Midwest, you probably know what I'm talking about. I don't know if they're anywhere else, but Arby's does a beef and cheddar sandwich. They are so good. So I've got 3 bags of the hamburger buns, and I got the ones with the seeds on them because that is what they usually use there. I got smoked ham, I've got oven roasted turkey breast, and this also has roast beef. Now, they do roast beef and cheddar, but some of our kids, I don't know if they're going to like the roast beef, so I went ahead and got different kinds of meat so they could have their pick on what they wanted. They do a ham there too, with like a ham and cheddar, I think. I got the gourmet nacho cheese, that's to go on there, and then I got the chili con queso. I figured they could pick their pick of which one they wanted, and then we would use the other one just with our chips that we have. And then over here we have a ton of bread, and this is to have like our club sandwiches on, and then we have not had peanut butter and jelly in probably a month and a half, and the kids love it. So I thought we would go ahead and have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and so that will be a lunch as well. And then last is a ramen day. They love ramen, and we haven't been doing that very much. And it's kind of easy as we get settled in here, and so I'm just doing some easy things to kind of help out. I ordered the chicken cups, and they were out of those, so they went ahead and just substituted for these. I have tons and tons of the hot and spicy beef and shrimp in the cupboard already, but some of the kids do not like the hot and spicy, so I went ahead and got them chicken. And then the singles, the American singles, some of the kids do not like the fancy cheese squares, and they just like the cheap stuff. And so I went ahead and got a package of this for the kids that like this instead. We are moving on then to breakfast, and one of the things that I thought I would do is breakfast sliders. We usually do sliders for lunch. I have not done a breakfast slider, and so I went ahead and got 3 packages of the sweet aloha rolls, and some of the eggs then will be used for that. Also, I've got some of the sausage patties, and we will use that on the sliders as well. And ooh, that sounds so good to me. I can't wait to have those. I think the kids will really like those. And then I got 2 packages of cream cheese and a couple packages of the quick rise yeast. We have yeast in the fridge, but I got the quick rise because we're going to make cinnamon rolls. And in the recipe I found, it wanted me to get the quick rise. So hopefully we can make 2 batches of the cinnamon rolls. I think we have everything else we needed except for these 2 things. And so I'm hoping we can do that for 2 days because that sounds really good. I think the kids will really like those. We've never done homemade cinnamon rolls, so maybe I can film Emma making those because she's already asked me if she can make them. And so I said yes. Then also for breakfast, we're just going to do some easy things. So we're going to use some of the bread to make toast and do a toast morning. And then we are also going to make, I got tortillas here, 1 package of tortillas in case some of the kids wanted to use their eggs on a tortilla for like a breakfast burrito. Some of the kids like those, some don't. And then we can also use sausage. We still have some sausage links in the freezer that we could use. So that is always helpful. Then just some snack items here. So I did not get a ton of snack items. Honestly, I actually forgot. I can't believe I forgot, but I wasn't feeling good yesterday, and I must not have been thinking. So we will have maybe some chips and salsa. So I got 3 bags of the yellow corn tortilla chips. I've got some restaurant style salsa. I got some thick and chunky salsa. The kids really like this, and Sean and I kind of like this a little bit better, so I got both kinds. I've got some lettuce back there, and the lettuce is to go like for salad if I wanted to have that for lunch, or that will go on our chicken wraps or any of our sandwiches. And so I've got 2 heads of lettuce there. Also, if I want to do salad, I got 2 things of bacon bits. The kids love bacon bits too. And so if we happen to use any of those potatoes for baked potatoes, they always want bacon bits on that. So we always keep bacon bits around. I've got 3 cartons of sour cream. We seem to go through that for everything. Mexican pizzas, on our bean dip, on Sean likes it on his eggs, and we just use that for everything. So I got 3 containers of sour cream. Then some of the other snacks over here, I've got apples and oranges and carrots, and we do still have a few carrots left in the fridge, so that will just add to that. Like I said, I forgot about the snacks, and so the kids were like, "What? You forgot snacks?" So I will probably, when I run to H-E-B in Refugio to get some of the other things, I will have to grab some extra snacks. But then I ordered these right this time. If you remember last time, I got really tiny bags of flour, and not realizing I ordered that. So I got 2 bags of the big flour because we already went through those 2 small bags. And then I got a regular size of the sugar as well. So those will just go up in our cupboard. I got 2 more of the unsalted butters. We still have some in the fridge, but we go through this so often when we make things like our doughs, and like for the cinnamon rolls, I'm sure it will call for some of this. And so I went ahead and got some more just to keep in the fridge. This is a tiny olive oil. Again, I wasn't expecting it to be that small, but okay, so next time I'll have to order a bigger one, but that will go. I already have some in the cupboard. This will just be a little extra in there. Some of our meals call for milk in them, like when we make our oatmeal, which we do have oatmeal in the cupboard too, so that could be a breakfast if the kids wanted that one morning. But I was all out of milk, and so we need the milk. I went to go make chicken and mashed potatoes last night and realized I didn't have any milk to make the mashed potatoes. So I had to substitute, and we did chicken and rice instead. So I was glad I had that in there so I could at least have something to make. And then I ran into Walmart quick. We got a few other things, not grocery-wise, and I picked up the butter popcorn for the kids, realizing I had forgot snacks. And so I went ahead and grabbed that, so they had the popcorn today, so they were very happy that they had some popcorn. Last is our monster drinks. These are actually a really good price at H-E-B. They are about the same as the Aldi energy drinks these days because Aldi raised their prices. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 of the monster drinks, different flavors, just so we don't get bored. We just like to change it up. All right, 2 more things on the floor down here. I've got our toilet paper and our paper towels. Now, we have some paperless towels, and I left them in Omaha, and I feel like I do that every time somebody sends us something. It gets left in Omaha when we come, and we have like one less spot with Logan, and so I had to be very selective about what I brought. So I do really like the paperless towels, but for now I have been buying paper towels for this house. But this right here for the 3rd week of August is $363.74. It is week number 4 of grocery shopping for the month, and we bought at H-E-B again. So I am just been doing pickup orders from them, and it turns out that it's pretty handy, and it's closer than Aldi. So their prices I think are actually maybe even a little bit better, which is surprising to me, but I love it because our bill is low. So we're going to start right here, first off, with 3 cans of the tomato juice. That is for goulash, along with the elbow noodles. I got 1 package of those, and I got 2 packages of the 1-pound hamburger. You know, for some reason, H-E-B has 1 pound, 3 pound, 5 pound. So we normally get 2 pounds, so I'm just having to buy them individually instead of all together. And then we are going to have something new. It is called Frito Taco Casserole. And it is just a taco casserole. So I got 2 pounds of ground beef. I've got 1 carton of sour cream. That's just to go on the top of it. It actually does not go on the inside of it. And I've got taco seasoning here, along with some Fritos. And I believe also we have some refried beans in the pantry we haven't used yet. And I think refried beans goes in there as well. So I bought that for Frito Taco Casserole. And then we've got ham and hash brown casserole. Have you guys ever had that? It is so good. My stepmom used to make it for me, and I got her recipe a long time ago, and I have made it ever since Brianna was little, and I love it. So sour cream goes in it. Cream of chicken soup goes in it. So I bought 4 cans, although I'll probably only use 1 or 2 of those cans, and the other 2 we'll put in the pantry. We use that for gravy a lot on potatoes. There's my hash browns. A lot of times I'll get shredded, but this time I bought the Southern style. I really like the Southern style hash browns. And then here is our ham. Now we are not going to need that whole thing for the casserole, but I will use it on our other night, which I already have this in the pantry. Is baked potatoes. So we're going to have baked potato bar, and we will throw in some ham from whatever is left over from that ham, and we will have baked potatoes and ham for a dinner. So like I said, the potatoes are already in my pantry. The chia seeds. Okay guys, I am going to make gumbo, and in the gumbo is something I've never used before called xanthan gum, and I couldn't find it at H-E-B, but when I looked it up, it said all you do is soak chia seeds in water. So that is what I'm going to do, because it was the only thing I had left to buy to make my gumbo. Finally, I've been trying to make that for weeks. So I have everything in the cupboard except for those. So we will make that hopefully in the next couple days. Next is a sausage and tortellini soup. So here is the cheese tortellini. Now it only called for 20 ounces. I'll probably double that, make it 40, but this was a 64-ounce bag. We will use that for just maybe the leftovers for something else, like a lunch or something. There, it called for pork sausage. My kids are not fans of the pork sausage, so I bought the kielbasa instead, and I'm going to cut that up and put that in there. And then it did call for 2 cans of Italian-style tomatoes. Next over here is Mexican pizzas. I was going to make this last week, and instead we ended up just making bean and cheese burritos because it was just a little bit easier, and it was late one night. But we do still want to make the Mexican pizzas. So I've got 3 cans of the refried beans. I've got 2 packages, actually I got 3 packages of the tortillas. I bought 2 flour and then 2 packages of the corn. So there's 4 there. Wow. And the kids really liked the corn when we use them for taquitos, so I thought I would make a little bit of both, the flour and the corn tortillas. We've got the tomatoes. I've got tomatoes on the vine, and those will go on top of the pizzas. Now, the kids are not big fans of tomatoes, but Sean and I like them, and then Lily said she thought she liked them too, so we will try that. And then I've got a big, huge bag, a 32-ounce bag of mild shredded cheddar, and that will go on the pizzas. And also we could use that for, like, a lot of the kids like goulash, like cheese with their goulash, We'll use the cheese on the Frito taco casserole. Cheese goes in the hash brown casserole. So that is why I've got a ginormous bag. Although I buy this every week and we do use it, it will go on most of these meals. That is it for our dinners. Now we're on to lunches. So Rosie has been requesting that I make hoagie sandwiches. And so I bought hoagie sandwich rolls. The kids loved the pepperoncinis that I bought last time. Now I bought some and they were spicy. I got milder ones this time so they could put those on their subs. We are going to use, so we've got multiple things that are not sandwiches but do require lunch meat. So we will use some of this lunch meat for the subs. I've got roast beef. I've got chicken breast. I got 2 of the chicken breast. And then I've got smoked turkey breast. I got 2 of those. 3 of those. Sometimes I forget what I buy, guys. And then I've got 2 of the smoked ham. Oh, I got 3 of the smoked ham. Okay, now I remember why. Because I have 3 different things that require lunch meat. So some of that lunch meat will go on the subs. I tried the roast beef sandwiches, and some of the kids didn't like the roast beef. They wanted the turkey instead. So we got a little variety. But here's the cheese also. So I've got Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. I got just Monterey Jack. I've got 1, 2, 3 of the cheddar slices. And also I got some pepper jack cheese. I love pepper jack cheese. And I got this just in case some of the kids wanted it. They do like spicy stuff. And then I got 2 packages of the Colby Jack cheese. Now, along with the sandwiches, we are also going to do pinwheels. And my kids do not like cream cheese, so we just put like mayonnaise on the tortilla. And so I've got 1, 2, I got 3 bags of tortillas there. Those go for the pinwheels. And we'll put some mayonnaise on that along with some lunch meat and some cheese. And we usually put some lettuce on there. Now on mine, I would have tomato because I love tomatoes. And so pinwheels is another lunch that we are having. The third thing we were having with the lunch meat are Lunchables. So I bought these Ritz crackers, and we will have Lunchables. So that will be the lunch meat and the cheese also. So we are also going to make Emma's favorite. She loves making pizza bombs. And so we are going to make pizza bombs. I've got 2 packages of the pepperoni slices, and I've got 1 large package of the mozzarella cheese. We had this last time and it made more than we needed. So that was good. And then she also makes the dough like from scratch. So we've got the flour and the oil and everything already in the pantry. So she will make pizza bombs. It's one of her favorite things to make. Then one of our favorites that we do for lunch is power bowls. And so I've got the grilled chicken here, and then we use, some of the kids like sour cream, some like guac, so I got the guacamole. Also, we make rice, and I have some in the cupboard still, and it is the taco seasoning, and I will put taco seasoning in the rice. It just makes it taste a little bit more flavorful. Also, I usually will cook my rice instead of with water with chicken broth because it adds more flavor to that. But the power bowls, I already have like the black beans and I'm trying to think what else we use in our power bowls. We have like this whole countertop full of stuff we use in power bowls, but a lot of it I had. Some of the kids will probably use some of the refried beans, and then we'll use some of the lettuce over here to go in the power bowls. Lettuce is a big thing in the power bowls. So the power bowls are so good. Ooh, we all love having them. The kids always say it's one of their favorite lunches. Then another favorite lunch, I'm actually really surprised, is the kids love having salad. And so Gavin actually had a salad today for lunch. So I've got 3 heads of lettuce. Hopefully that will make us our salads. I actually have like 2 still in the refrigerator, so that should be plenty of lettuce. And then I've got a big bag of the bacon pieces. I usually buy individual ones, but this was a value size, so I went ahead and got that. We usually will also use like shredded cheddar on our salads. We already have like ranch and French in the refrigerator, so that would be a good lunch too. I love having salads all the time, but the kids do like having them sometimes. And then another lunch is just ramen. This is going to be for an easy day when we just need something quick. or you know, we've made a lot of homemade stuff and we just want something easy that day. I've got 2 cartons of chicken broth, and I cannot remember what that goes in. That I think actually it might go in the tortellini soup that we're making, but I couldn't remember. We do use chicken broth a lot, like I said, for the rice, for the soup. It seems like it goes in a lot of things. So I do also have some in the pantry, but here are 2 more, and I think they're for that soup. Okay, we are going to be real simple this time for breakfast. I've got bread here to make toast. We do have some bread still up in our cabinet. And then I've got 3 cartons of 18 eggs. So hopefully that will get us through a week, plus our chicken eggs that we get. We're not getting nearly as many as usual. That usually happens during a move or when we switch houses. But I will just supplement until they start picking back up. But I've got the eggs, and that will be to make like eggs and toast in the morning. I also got sausage here, so some sausage patties. A lot of times we do links, and the patties are just something a little different. So we could do sausage, eggs, and toast. We also could do breakfast burritos. We have some tortillas still in the cupboard, so the kids, if they really wanted to have a breakfast burrito, they could do that. Also, we've got oats here to make oatmeal, and I did this last time. So this actually made enough for 1 breakfast meal for everyone. So I'm surprised actually that it got us through. So that will be for 1 breakfast, and then the brown sugar that goes on top of our oatmeal. The kids love to have the brown sugar and cinnamon, and they think that is super good. All of them love that. I bought a really tiny oats. I keep forgetting to look at the ounces on that, and so next time I'm going to have to just make sure I double check, because I did this last time. I bought a small one on accident. Now we're into snacks, and I did not buy much for snacks. Emma has made our vanilla wafers because we just have everything in the cupboard for that. The kids, love the vanilla wafers. But I bought just some backup snacks, so on those days we don't have anything, we can just pick out of the cabinet. I've got apple, fruit, and grain bars. I've got the butter crackers. I've got a big, huge, ginormous thing of popcorn, because that is one of the things they love having is popcorn. And then, of course, we've got our carrots, our bag of carrots. We went through all of the ones that we had. We've got our mandarin oranges. They love the oranges. I've got some bananas here. Yay, they're yellow. And so the kids love having bananas too. Also, apples is one of their favorites. And these 3 right here, and they do love grapes, but I did not get any grapes this time. So that will be for snack. And then we usually have the chips before, like a before dinner snack. If everybody's starving and dinner's not ready yet, we will break out the chips. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bags of tortilla chips. I've got 2 jars of the thick and chunky mild salsa. I've got 2 cans of the gourmet nacho cheese. Okay, that's my favorite. I absolutely love that cheese. It tastes like movie theater nacho cheese. And so I got 2 cans of that, and the chili con queso. I don't know if you guys have checked out Sean's TikToks, but he has some funny ones of Christians on his TikTok. I believe he is Dr. Sean Paul on there. And Christian is getting into this chili con queso, like eating it with his fingers. So it is so funny. That is how much he liked that on his chips. And then just some random items here. I've got 2 gallons of milk. We have not been going through a lot of milk because we don't eat cereal anymore, but we do still use milk for cooking. So I have the milk for cooking. We've got energy drinks, and I see I ordered 8, but I've only got 6. So I've got those for mornings, and we are drinking those again. Although, gosh, guys, I wish I could stop. I really, it is just one of those habits that is so hard to break. And then vegetable oil, I got that for cooking, and I got a large garlic powder. We go through garlic powder a lot, especially making our own like pizza dough. It goes in that, and then some of the other doughs we make. I've got a nutmeg that is in one of the recipes we're making, and I didn't have it in the cupboard, so I went ahead and got some nutmeg. And then I always buy a vanilla because we seem to go through that a lot, but that is just a backup. I've got butter here because we were completely out, and we will probably need to get another one of these next week. We go through one of the really large ones every 2 weeks. So I will have to grab another one of those next week. I thought I was getting the really huge big one, and that is just a medium size. I've got popsicles. Sean thought he had bought the kids popsicles the other day and forgot that they were the ones at the Omaha house. So we got popsicles for them. That will be a nice treat when it gets really super hot out. And I've got diapers for Logan. He is going up to a size 2, so he is definitely a growing baby. And then I've got his wipes. So I got 3 things of wipes, the value pack. And 2 last things are our paper towels and our toilet paper that we get. We get one of these each week. And then Harley is enjoying himself over here laying on top of our vent in the kitchen because he is a super hot dog, I guess. So all of this right here is $359.83. All right, guys, that is our grocery haul for the end of August. Now, let me tell you what really helps, because I'm going to tell you my total, and I did save some money this month. But what has been so helpful is when I'm able to eat out of our pantry. So a lot of times what happens is, for instance, like bread or tortillas or like our cream of chicken soup we use for gravies and things like that. I'll usually buy at least 1 extra can. So if we're going to use, like, I know we'll use 3 cans, I'll buy 4 just to be safe. And then if we don't use it, it ends up being an extra in the pantry. And I do that with a lot of things. So it's really helpful when I have that stuff, because at the end of the month then we can just eat out of the pantry, all that extra stuff that I bought that we still have left over. So we did that in Omaha before we left to come to Texas, and so the first week of August we were eating out of the pantry, so that helped save some money. And then there was actually a few days here that went into a whole nother week, so August was like 4.5 weeks long, and this end of August, we were able to eat out of our pantry also. So that has been really helpful in helping me save money. So before I tell you the total, I am really curious how you guys save money on your grocery bill. Do you guys eat out of your pantry? Do you guys have a storage that you buy at certain times? Do you guys buy like not name brand stuff maybe at certain times of the month? Or how do you guys do it? How do you save money? Okay, now for the total that I spent this month. And I am happily surprised at what eating out of the pantry has done. So I spent total for the whole month of August, $1,675.29. So we have gotten up to like eating $1,900 worth of stuff. And I say eating, that includes like our shampoos, our conditioners, our things like that, which I do have a lot of backups of those too. So anytime I want to save money during a month, like if we're traveling or doing things like that and spending extra on other stuff, I just go to those backups. Oh, it's so helpful. So I was able to save probably about $200 this month just by doing that, eating out of the pantry, using our extras, and it has been so helpful. So I appreciate you guys coming along on our grocery haul journey for the month of August, and we will see you in September. Bye.